Hey everyone, Slambo here, hopping on another contest. This is for Dave, the pickup artist. He asked us to show between 1 and 5 albums with both studio and live recordings on them. I actually went one step further. I had the 5 picked out, and then while recording one video earlier this week, I was reminded of another, so I added that one in. So I'm doing 6 today. So the first one is someone that I got to see live, and now my son got to see live. And when he went to see it, or went to see this artist, he got him to sign one of the records for one of the CDs for me. So it's Emo Phillips. This is a combination of 2 of his previous records. There's E equals MO squared and Live at the Hasty Pudding Theater. So E equals MO squared was the studio section, and Live at the Hasty Pudding Theater was a live concert recording that he did. So it's kind of cheating because it's 2 albums that are kind of mushed together onto one CD, but I'll go with it. It's one recording or one release with both studio and live tracks on it. Then we get into the other CDs that I've got here. This one has had a little bit of legal trouble because of the name, and once I say it, you'll realize why. It's The Men Who Will Not Be Blamed for Nothing. Now that's what I call Steampunk Volume 1. They did have to change the name of the disc after presumably some legal trouble. I haven't heard the whole story on that one, but this is one of my favorite album covers. There's a track on here, track number 5, titled Sewer, and then in parentheses it says Live. And the rest of these are all studio recordings. So this next one on the list I've got is one that I'm going to actually use in the country music vinyl tag pretty soon, so that recording is coming up also pretty soon. It's Pinkerton Bowden. This one is the Cousins, Kettle, and Other Love Stories. This is just like the Emo Phillips. There's really 2 records that are combined and smooshed onto one CD here. We've got the studio album, which with about 8 tracks, and then the live show with another about 12 tracks. So there it shows studio and live on those tracks. And next we got a compilation. Compilations are notorious for having both studio and live recordings on it. But I'm going with the Dead Parrot Society, the best of British comedy. There are tracks on here by everyone that are all the big names in British comedy. There's Monty Python, there's Neil Innes, there's individual Pythons, as Graham Chapman does one on his own. Peter Cook has several tracks on here. Let's see what else. We've got John Cleese and Company on a second or another track. John Cleese and Jonathan Lynn. There's one that's credited to, and in quotes, John and Yoko. So it's probably not that John and Yoko, but the track is called Take Off Your Clothes, so you never know. Let's see, and then we've got one from Listen with Mother, the Portsmouth Sinfonia, whole bunch of Monty Python on here. Monty Python and the entire cast of A Poke in the Eye on the last track, singing, of course, the Lumberjack song. So that's got some mix of live and studio recordings. Next one is also a compilation, but not really a greatest hits, from They Might Be Giants. This is the album They Got Lost. Track number 20 on here, Disappointing Show, is the live track. The rest are studio tracks. So these are alternate takes and other songs that just didn't make it onto the other albums. And the last one is the one I was reminded of when I was doing the jazz vinyl tag, and that's Dave Brubeck's Time Further Out. The CD version has It's a Raggy Waltz as track 1, and then down at track 11, one of the bonus tracks on the CD, is a live version of It's a Raggy Waltz. So there we are. We have 6 CDs with a mixture of live and studio recordings for the contest by Dave, the pickup artist, showing albums with a mix of studio and live recordings on the same album. That's what I've got today. See you next time.